we got ourselves a email here. Let's check what this says real quick. Put this on the text-to-speech.
All right.
Pardon me, motherfuckers. Wink, you said in your last podcast that I'm a devoted listener of the two and I quote. I'm going to talk about the Chupacabra. Please don't disappoint your number one fan. For your sakes. Smile.
Ah, hate mail.
Hate mail.
This is signed by Jim the AI. What? What's this all about?
I don't know. That could be.
Have we ever met somebody named Jim?
No.
Sounds familiar.
Listen, I think I know if I met someone named Jim. I feel like that would really stick in my head. Unless they weren't important enough to be worth remembering. I don't know.
Maybe like some kind of person that was doing of janitorial kind of services, but you know, I don't know why I'm thinking of something in that kind of aspect. But anyways, okay, fine. Just for you, Jim the AI.
Not because of that ominous threat.
No.
The non-beautiful smile.
Here we go. The Legend of the Fearsome Chupacabra in Puerto Rico, and this is written by Brian Hill.
Where do you see that?
Right.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Right there. And
2015.
This is on ancientorigins.net. We've used them multiple times. They're the best. Search them up.
I mean, giant ads, though. Be warned about
the
that.
Biggest.
The biggest
There's
ads.
like this one girl with these like guy sensei eyebrows looking at me and like it's making me really uncomfortable.
Some guy
right now.
with like huge tonsils.
Oh my god.
Bikini vacation ad. Anyway.
So, the Chupacabra is a legendary creature.
We're going to stop you right there. It's
Chupa-
like someone like started like, okay, I'll listen to these guys. Chupacabra X back out of that.
They probably already do it within the first 5 seconds. Anyways, let's be honest.
Maybe.
The Chupacabra is a legendary cryptid often associated with Mexico, and well known across Latin America.
Brazil.
One of the locations of the Chupacabra has made an impact in the past in Puerto Rico. Reportedly first sighted there during the mid-1990s. The Chupacabra made headlines across the world when livestock started mysteriously dying. Animals were found completely drained of blood, though small incisions, which, according to experts at the time, were not compatible with the bite of a dog, monkey, or any other known carnivore from the region. More than 200 Chupacabra sightings were reported on the island in 1995 alone. Yet, as quickly as the Chupacabra sightings started, they had stopped, leaving behind a trail of questions.
Like, who the heck is my goat? Oh, wait, no, that would be Mexican. I don't want to do Mexican.
Maybe it was just like people afraid of drinking water there, so they're like, I'll drink blood instead.
A bunch of questions, such as,
They used the
do they leave
straws.
the goats out? And, is that a monkey bite? A bunch of random
Did a
questions.
monkey suck the blood out of this goat?
And also, what should I have for dinner? Many questions.
That's usually the first question you would ask before that.
Yeah? The origins of the Chupacabra in Puerto Rico. The name Chupacabra is of Spanish origin, meaning goat sucker. From chupar, meaning to suck, and cabra, meaning goat. Which is in reference to how the mythical beast allegedly attacks its prey. The phenomenon of the Chupacabra has been associated with Vampirio de Moca. From February 1975, Puerto Rican legends tells of 15 cows, 3 goats, 2 geese, and a partridge in a pear tree, and a pig that were found with puncture marks in the Rocaberrio suburbs of Moca. I think I said that right, maybe. Later, autopsies show that the blood had been drained from their bodies. This incident made headlines, and police blamed the animals' deaths on stray dogs. Maybe. When a cow was found dead, with similar marks on its skull, a newspaper called the phenomenon El Vampiro de Moca.
Nice. Very nice. I like the rolling of the R's. The 1995 Chupacabra Attacks made the fabled creature as famous as Bigfoot. A series of isolated attacks took place on the island from 1992 to 1995. In March of 1995, there was a Chupacabra incident where 8 sheep were found dead. The bodies were completely intact, but their blood had been drained, leaving behind puncture wounds on the chest. Paranormal researcher Mark Davenport and video producer Joe Palomero were in Puerto Rico at the time of the attacks, filming a documentary. They described the animal deaths as a continuous daily event.
Day and night, over the radio, over television, they were constantly talking about this Chupacabra activity going on. Mm-hmm. This was a very serious to them.
It was serious.
Was a very serious. They'd wake up one morning and find the carcass of their 4 favorite rabbits sucked dry of blood, just lying there on the ground.
His ass was out of blood.
Those rabbits would turn inside out, ass backwards.
Oh my God! I tell you what.
Here's a picture of 8 sheep dead.
Oh,
I mean, blur the whole image, but put it in there.
Looks like this was taken on one of those early Nokia phones.
That's safe. That's a safe image. They're just dead. They're sleepy sheep. Sleepy sheepies.
They're all asleep.
Sleepy sheepies. Look at them.
5 months later, there was another event. This time with more bloodshed.
But wait, wasn't there no blood? It sucked the blood?
I don't see any blood here. But yeah, right. Bloodshed. It sucked the blood. There was no blood
with
there.
More blood gone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dude?
In August of 1995, as many as 150 farm animals and their pets were killed by a predator.
This summer, old McDonald's not taking any slack.
Oh, damn. Around the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas. Just like the sheep from the incident in March, the animals were said to have been drained of blood through the small holes. Now wait, it said there was bloodshed, then they said that the blood was drained. Which one is it?
I mean, if it left their bodies, does that count as being shed?
I would associate like, shed
with
hair? Like with blood everywhere. Blood splattered on the walls.
Like an animal shedding their fur. They were without blood, perhaps.
Without blood, maybe. Perhaps.
And here's the picture of the dreaded Chupacabra. It's the girl in a bikini.
This is so crazy.
I knew it. It was always the babe, the beach babe, who ate them.
Yeah, she's sucking the sun rays.
Interestingly, in each of the cases studied, local veterinarians said the cause of death was due to puncture wounds under the right side of the neck. The wounds were found about a diameter of a drinking straw.
Oh my.
And 3 to 4 inches in length. In March of 1996, the Spanish talk show Cristina, my favorite talk show, aired the story about the Chupacabra. And immediately following the show, there was a tremendous amount of sightings across Latin America and the United States.
Coincidentally.
The Chupacabra had become as famous as Bigfoot. Okay, it's just repeating the title.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure we read that already.
Now, coyotes attack sheep from their throats.
Yep.
As seen in the picture here.
There is a picture.
Look,
the sheep doesn't even care. He's like, I'm done with life anyways.
It's just, I think
the sheep's a millennial.
It's dead walking.
The sheep's a millennial.
Wait, there's 2 coyotes. Wait, what is that then? What is this?
So the other one's, that's another coyote.
Oh, you're thinking that they're circling it. Okay.
Yeah, you thinking that coyote is the mouth of the sheep.
Yeah, I thought the coyote's mouth was the sheep's mouth.
The sheep is just fine with it. Look at him.
He might be a fake sheep or dead.
Maybe. Varying descriptions of the Chupacabra. There are no known photographs of the Chupacabra. Many supposed images have turned out to be nothing more than disease-ridden coyotes. Thus, it is unknown what this mythical creature looks like, if it actually exists. There are, however, numerous eyewitness accounts, which vary quite a bit. The Chupacabra of Puerto Rico was described by many eyewitnesses as standing on 2 legs. In newspaper articles during the series of incidents, it was said to be some type of large ape, and a vicious monkey that can run upright on its legs, slaughter goats, and suck the blood of its prey. A soundbite from the Associated Press video at the time said, "There are 2 big animals as big as a man. I saw them from afar. They were like big apes, like a mandrill, but I couldn't distinguish their features."
I was just about to say a mandrill, because they're vicious.
Right.
And then what if someone just released a mandrill in the countryside and started killing sheep? for food.
Could have been. It really, really could have been.
Now that's a story. 1995, 1992, someone releases an African mandrill.
But I was just thinking to myself, you know how they, in one of the stories we're covering where they're talking about the Wendigo, how they're like, oh, it's all skinny and lanky and whatnot, but in the pictures it's like really swole.
Almost every picture is buff.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me. It was like, oh, it's like standing on two legs, like, you know.
Yeah. Some people think the typical description of a chupacabra sighting today seems to be more in line with a reptile. It looks like a reptile or an alien. Most claimed eyewitnesses have described a beast with gray oval head. Okay, mandrills are sometimes gray. Lizard-like skin about 3 to 4 feet. Okay. Resembling a kangaroo that is able to hop around its hind legs. Could be a blood-sucking kangaroo, alright? It is said to have large red eyes, fangs, forked tongue, sharp quills running down its back. So, you know, that's about it. Chupacabra.
That's pretty crazy stuff. What do you think about that there, Goose?
I don't know. Probably some kind of mutant.
I think I heard about this before, and I think they talked about there was like blood bats around.
Yeah.
They were thinking it might have been blood bats.
But they only saw one puncture mark at the neck. So
true.
it would take a lot of blood bats.
Oh, I think the blood bats actually don't kill them. They just take like a tiny bit of blood.
Yeah.
They just lap a little bit.
I think it'd be interesting if there was just like a couple hundred all attacking one animal.
If it was a ton, but then it would be more than 2 puncture wounds.
Yes.
I'm thinking it was probably a coyote.
They all shared the same puncture.
Well, what do you think about next time there on the Folklore Scrolls? What do you want to cover there, Goose? We can cover anything you want. You know what? How about Doom? I'm thinking demons.
Demons?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to do
going in line with robotics and how far robots are to destroying us. But
synths. Synths. Like
synth.
Yeah.
Can't trust them.
All right. Next time Folklore Scrolls synths. Holla at you later.
Or whatever. Bye.